Yo, what up people? Welcome to this special morning stream. We're gonna do something special here. I've seen multiple live streams already where people just take car, drive around, do a bunch, but we're gonna document this time. We're gonna test out the hypercars on Spa, all of them, the 25 version, so the ones we have over here, but we're also going to add some flavor to it. We're gonna also add this list to it. So we'll first drive the Alpine, we get a first impression rating, drivability. I do a couple of laps as a person that really is into GT3. Let's have a look to all these cars currently, which one we find better. And at the end of the stream, we will try to get a winner or something, or just get an overall feeling. The only problem here is that I already did hundreds and hundreds of laps with the BMW, which tends to be a mistake because I think this car is the absolute worst of all of them. But anyways, I don't know. After this stream, we will know more. So if you're looking at this when you're, let's say you watch this later, this live stream, then in the end you can get the impressions like what I've got. So for everyone who's here live, GT Gamer, Jorn Vink, what up? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you're watching. Let's not go on with all the fluff. Let's just immediately start testing the cars. Let's start with the Alpine. To save, have a look. This one I need to, yeah, okay. Let's do the Alpine. Nice livery, by the way. We're gonna take the practice session from Spa. We're gonna be on the light grip. Okay, so for every lap time, hot lap, whatever, it's kind of like not really, we're not going for super fast lap times, okay? Oh, good morning. Yeah, oh man, go to bed, mate. You love the BMW now? Well, I'm not so sure. I did, like, it's, nah, we'll go and have to see. Where are we? I needed to do this option because I put on the rules here. Default. Okay, let's go. So we'll drive. So I'll drive slowly first because I need to get these cars, get to know them, and also need to like build up some lap time. So we're not gonna be like mega quick. We're gonna do it on the default setup, which is kind of strange, I have to admit. And then we're gonna be on the medium tires and the full fuel, and we'll just do a couple of laps and make an assessment. We'll do look at the rear wing setting, which is P11 out of 18. Okay, interesting.
Locking enabled.
So we first need to empty the battery a little bit. So we're on a schedule here. So yeah, okay. So I heard like it's a bit twitchy. Okay. Also the lower levels. GT Gamer, big shout out to him. He's like doing constant testing of the setups in the store to see if they're still really good. So. Let me know if the audio levels are okay, please. Let's heat up some brakes a little bit. I like the sound of this car though. Understeer a little bit. Okay, game audio. Okay, got it. 2% more. Okay, do that in the pit. Also a little bit of a difference in this is actually pretty easy to drive, if you ask me. I'm not really pushing it yet. The overall feeling that I get from the Alpine here, the first, like the opening lap, is kind of okay. Really sure about the braking points. Okay, let's do a few laps, not drag this out too long. Oh, that's a really good GT game, really good. Okay, let's push a little bit. We have the battery on 50%. Let's try to keep it there. Almost hitting 300. A little bit braking before that line. Lock up. I think also early braking here, just for a deep trail brake. Oh, a little bit lock up. Oh, twitchy on the throttle as I push. Bit of understeer. Overall, it's not like super unforgiving, so it's a good first impression. I think drivability a little bit understeer here. Could be me though. And it was a small snap when I hit the throttle. Yeah, I just thought like I was gonna do this by myself because I wanna make a video about hypercars, like impressions when you're coming from a GT3, and I was just like, if I just make a list and a structure, I can do this actually live. I think drivability on the Alpine is pretty decent. A little bit lock up, but we're not dying, so that's okay. Yo, good morning, everyone.
Time 2:05.
That's actually not that fast, but we are on full fuel and light grip, remember. Okay, we'll do one more lap, try to do a bit less mistakes. I did like a couple of mistakes. Battery level still good. Also, I kind of need to build up a little bit of confidence in the car. I already know when you're doing lower wings on hypercars, you get more speed on this straight, like a lot more speed. So okay, look, this is a lot better. Look at that, 7/10 in that section, right? Oh, it's a bit slower, I think. Ah, it's okay. This is a great car. I don't have any issues with this one. Machiel, good morning, mate. Yo, Malenko Racing, good morning. Welcome to the stream. We're testing hypers. And I'll also have a nice list to fill in. Obviously, I had to screw this up. But I think this is also a good point to understand. When you're missing the brakes, you're not immediately sideways. Oh, how much time we have? I'll do one more lap, okay? This was basically 2:04. Now it's spinning on me as well. So when you kind of push, it gets more tricky, okay? That's my finding here a little bit. You could obviously tweak your traction control and all that stuff, brake migration and all that fun stuff. Let's look at the time because I want to cover every car. Oh my god, my headset turned off. Okay, so let's do the next. I think we could be able to do a my game freezes. I don't know why. For me, the hardest thing is to nail the brakes in hypercars. The rest is easy compared to GT3. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's talk about first impression. Let's do from 0 to like from 1 to 5. And my first impression would be like a 4. 4 stars. Then drivability would be, oh, excuse me. Drivability would be like also a 4, maybe a 3, because when I pushed, I got it like spinning a little bit, and lap time was a potential, what was it, 204.5. Now remember, we were on the low grip, high fuel, okay? So let's go to the Valkyrie. My game froze. I don't know, I understand why. Something happened. Let's restart it. Do you have an update to the GT3 or 4 out of 10? When we push it, it gets a little bit tricky, the Alpine. Obviously, you can tweak traction control and all that stuff, but yeah. Okay. Don't know, I'm sure when I have a problem with my headset, it seems. The hardest, yeah, the brakes are really difficult. Yeah. Do you have an update for the GT3 setups or not? Nothing has changed. Well, you know what, Milenko Racing? There is, I believe that they sometimes tweak stuff on the setups without saying anything, or they tweak like BOP. I've seen on some live streams that people say that the cars feel different, the GT3 cars, that they're more sketchy. As you know, I set up my car setup levels with hierarchy of aggression. So it could be that at level 3 or level 4 could be a little bit more aggressive with other BOP changes, but then you can just go to level lower, you know? But I don't think they're much different. I was driving a Lexus the other day, and it was just like quicker. So let's drive the Aston Martin. Fixed setups usually not so good on the Alpine, sadly. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going from defaults because I don't like if I need to tweak them in this live stream, it's gonna be like 700 hours of live streaming before I can make a decision. We'll have a look at the rear wing though. Oh, we have a front wing over here, right? Yeah, we have a front wing, so that's pretty high as well. You'll see that on a lot of cars. It's like 75% of wing. Default setup. Okay. Yeah. Let's have a look. I like this car the most in so many ways, really. Okay, so we did the Alpine. And we might do a bit longer tests, but we'll have a look. We don't have to worry about battery and stuff. Let's take it easy first. To not die, at least. But by the way, default setups are... I like... It's a setting the developers come up with, and there's two sides to that story, really. If you have a developer, they understand the game from like a engineering, from a building perspective, so they know what's working or not. But they're also not concerned with default setups in the long run. So like the game update was there, and if people kind of can get it around track, they will not wake up the next morning and say, oh man, I could have done better damper settings on the default setups. That's not gonna happen. So to get more out of it, to get more flavor or get better behavior, you're gonna have to do some work on it yourself if you're into it. Or at least that's what I'm assuming. Like I would like if you see how much work maintaining this sim actually might be with all the bugs that we had, like in our community race, we couldn't do the hosted races. I don't think they're gonna be very bothered with constantly updating default setups. But okay, let's do build up some lap time here. My first impression now for this car is actually really good, same as the Alpine, but I'm not pushing. Small lockup. Okay, let's do it. Now Rouge flat. Understeer. Lots of understeer. Lots of understeer on our Rouge. So that's -1 point on drivability, guys. When you take a curb and abuse some throttle input, it starts to disappear on the curb as well. So drivability, and by the way, it's very subjective, okay? Don't take this as our absolute truth. These cars, they just all need a kind of different approach, really. Also think it's here very understeer, you know, I can't turn it. I do think this is the most badass car in the game though. So it doesn't really matter how hard it is. If you're searching for badass points, really. Next lap I'll try to do better. Oh yeah, and the game audio I need to increase. I do feel that the hypercars in VR, I mean, this is like, if you were in again, understeer, right? Okay, so the first impression is like really much understeer, and when you push, you kind of push it into oversteer. Now let's build a lap. Tire temperatures are like 80 degrees. Yo, Snabadan, good morning, mate. I'm testing the hypercars. I'm making an actual list here. Wow, so much understeer in our Rouge. Do you see that rotation steering I had to do to not die? I knew that from the previous corner, obviously. Yo, Cam77, what up? Oh, let's just get a little bit understeer here. This car just needs a little bit more rake, I think, for the Eau Rouge. Maybe a stiffer rear third spring or something. This feels quite okay. It's understeering. It's just, I can't turn it. Like on the Alpine, I could just floor it over there, you know, have the rotation. So the Alpine is definitely a better drivable car than this one. After this I do one more lap because I made like some braking mistakes. Again, on lap time, it doesn't really look so bad.
4.93.
Oh my god. Let's do a better Eau Rouge, see if we can get a full throttle Eau Rouge. Okay, I will do the Toyota in the end. I'll just go down the list. I had to lift a little bit here. This is gonna be a bit quicker than a previous lap. So imagine, this feels really slow and understeery, but we got like not a really good lap. And we're already in the 204s. And with the Alpine, I was like kind of feeling fast and did like a 204 as well, so. Oh my god, the understeer, slow corner. And I need to remind everyone, we're on the low grip and full fuel, so I think there's like 2 seconds in the car when you go for high grip and like low fuel, you know. It's just understeer and a little bit weird at times, also here. But it's not really that hard, only on the curbs it's a bit sensitive. We're actually slower now. So the previous lap was then a pretty good lap then. I want to test one more thing. I want to go this first corner. I want to do like a little bit more pushy. Yeah, okay, so throttle control is definitely a thing. Okay, let's make an assessment.
Log building finished.
Let's go back to the other screen. Here we are. I prepared for this, okay? So that I think that deserves a like. Let's do it. Oh, Cam77, hey mate, finally managed to catch another stream. Nice. And we have the Toyota is the first choice. Yeah, like, my overall experience for a year with the Alpine. Okay, mate. So, first impression, understeer. And a bit tricky, I spun it. So let's do that 3 stars. Also drivability, let's give it 3 stars. And the lap time was a 2:04.9. Now this is 3 out of 5 stars, all right? So later I will do overall stars impressions. Let's do it. Yo, Radet, good morning. First time catching you live. Nice. Welcome to the stream, brother. We're doing car tests. Now let's go to the BMW, and then we're gonna do the Cadillac, Ferrari still to go, Cadillac, Porsche, and the Toyota at the end. And then at the end we can make an assessment, all right? No, we're gonna do this list. I'm gonna go from top down. And then if you don't have time to watch the stream, then you go back to, like, whatever. Radet. Are you the same people? Or is this just a coincidence that the names look so much alike? Okay, let's do BMW, guys. Let's go back to this one. Because I need to keep the structure, and then also when people watch this later, there's more structure to the live stream and they can see where they are and whatever. That's a little bit of the idea, and then maybe I make a video later. Oh, coincidentally. Whoa, bro, maybe you're bros, like digital bros. Assuming you both guys, that is. Most likely it is. BMW. Let's take this livery, by the way. Pimax livery, awesome. Let's go. Also, for everyone who just tuned in, we're doing the practice. We do the light grip and full fuel. Temperatures are basically every time like low. This is also how I make most of my setups in these conditions. Okay, let's do it. I drove Isota yesterday at Spa. It was a blast. Isota, can you help me out there, please? Okay, let's do this car. By the way, we're also on the medium tires, all right? We have full fuel. We have the wing, 1%. Let's look at the setup real quick. This, again, it's like 75%. Or it's even like mid-wing even, you could argue. We have anti-roll bar springs. I always hover over the screens and see and look at cues in the defaults like 5, 2, brakes. Oh, by the way, this is not the default, it's my own. This one. P8, P3, P2. This is gonna create oversteer. No packers on the front. Third spring is like default. We have these brake migration stuff. Okay, good. Ooh, this is gonna coast, gonna be makes. Oh, I'm curious how this is gonna drive. Okay, let's yeah, let's do it.
Locking enabled.
Oh yeah, and I need to change the audio. Game audio a bit higher, 2% higher. GT Gamer said. Okay. Let me know. Keep the feedback for the audio if the audio is okay. So nobody drive it like Glickenhaus. Okay, it's always good to get a car that no one is driving. Okay, good. So again, for this car, we need to empty the battery first a little bit, heat up the brakes. Every time you go out in a hypercar, you need to heat up the brakes, and you need to empty these motor map battery because it screws up your braking balance. So also with these types of cars, it starts on the battery, so you always need to enter the pit with some sort of battery power, because if you're gonna restart the car and there's no battery power, you cannot restart it, right? Okay, good. So first, let's take it easy. Also, the force feedback on this car is super heavy. I'm using the force feedback other force feedback app, the force feedback app for Le Mans Ultimate. It's really good. I can really recommend it. It's worth the video, really. Which one you mean, GT Gamer? What's this? Okay, so first impression, when it came out of the pit, seems okay, but why do I lose it over here? Like, I have the kind of the similar brake input and the similar way of driving, and the BMW just decided to kill me like it was a Corvette GT3. understeer. I'll show it later, Red Hat. It's like it's from GitHub. It's a free app. It's absolutely a must in Le Mans Ultimate force feedback. It's not really spread out. I might make a video about it soon. Okay, so we can see the battery is now 50%. So we. What? By the way, I created setups for this car. I have a complete pack ready, and it doesn't do these kinds of fucking shit to me because I tuned it out. But we're doing defaults. Okay, so let's hit the brakes here. Let's try to not crash and get a lap time in. Also want to point out that I'm not like an e-sporter, but I do have considerable amount of car setup knowledge in Le Mans Ultimate, and I do lots of racing and whatever. So I'm coming at it from a little bit more of a below e-sporter level. All right, so sometimes you see people like that are really quick, but yeah, it's just more of the. Wow, oversteer a little bit. Why, this here it turns better than the Aston Martin. And this is okay. Yeah, it's the yeah. Okay, here it turns okay. Not really spectacular. After this we need another lap. But I noticed the force feedback so much heavier on this car. Less understeer than the Valkyrie. Yo, Mulder, good morning, mate. Yeah, it's okay. The Aston Martin was also kind of understeering here. Yeah, I'm like really oversteer. Yeah, Finishify, I have some settings that really tend to work, but it's a little bit dependent on how you set it up. But I'm working on it to make a video about it, okay? So maybe I'll make that in this afternoon, because okay, so it's good on El Rouge, I gotta admit that. What's the top speed? By the way, we were second off compared to the other cars. Yeah, Ribfish business, let's talk about it a little bit later. I want to keep on focused on this test what I'm doing. Please don't give me the drive-through. Yeah, wait. Or the penalty, sorry. It feels to me that when I push the BMW, it's like it's gonna push me back. And if you look at the lap times, guys, we're on light grip and full fuel, so we're a little bit slower than what most people would see. But let's just focus on race pace. It's a bad corner. Also, when driving hypers, coasting every now and then can really help to stabilize and rotate the car at the same time. I do feel that this is now the hardest car to drive. The Aston Martin had the understeer, but this one has the slow spin oversteer, and that's one of the features that I hate most about most cars. Okay, just let go. Imagine this happens when you do multi-class the first lap. Yeah? you know how that's going to end. Crashes and BS. Okay, so I'm not really... This is the default, by the way. Not really... Yeah, I don't know. Let's go back to the garage. And this was a 2... This is a second slower, by the way. Okay, let's go back to the sheet. Let's go here again. Out of 5 stars, my first impression of the BMW is a 2. Drivability with the slow corner spins is an absolute 2. And the lap time was a 2:05.7. Now, again, these are mediocre laps on full fuel and low grip, okay? But this is now the slowest one because the Valkyrie was a bit slower. They just had some understeer. And the Alpine was actually still the best car up till now, okay? Let's go to the Cadillac and let's move on. And if you're liking this stream this far, could you please hit the like button, guys? I really appreciate that. And then, well, let's move on. On a little bit of a side note, Rimfis Benzinanas, if I'm not butchering your name here, I will show you, okay? Just for everyone to see. Here is the app. What I do, I start the app and I use the presets and I pick this Sim Magic Alpha. GT3DD 50 Nm Sim Magic Alpha. And then the only thing you have to do is bring the master gain and torque down. So now I'm picking 60/46. That's the only thing I do, and I get great feedback from this. A lot better than the game itself. So that's all. I will make a video about that as well. All right. Hope that helps. Let's go back to this one. Okay, it's time for what car we are? Cadillac. Let's get the Cadillac, people. Would you guys like the red one? Is a nice one, yeah, but it's maybe confused to the Ferrari. Let's take the blue one. Le Pot Nico. I don't know what it is, but I will say this: in all car setup building, this is important. If you're doing it yourself, if you feel a heavy wheel, let's say, I will make this example. For instance, if you have a front anti-roll bar and you drop it, or you have front suspension, you soften it, or you soften the front anti-roll bar, and you're in this corner where you got banking, you can actually feel your force feedback getting heavier while turning. And it kind of means they're loaded up more because I'm not sure if I'm saying this correctly, but it feels like they're loaded up more, so they get more dominant over the rears, and it's easier to spin your car and oversteer. Do you use the same throttle and brake settings for GT3, LMP, and the Hyper? Yes, Mario, I do. But if I would go for the ultimate, like if I would really do like championship stuff with a Hyper, I would maybe make the brakes for the Hypers a little bit heavier, for instance. I want to get my first VR headset for sim racing. What would you recommend? I don't want to spend €1,000+ for a Pimax, the first one. Yom Fink, I totally get that. If you want to try VR for the first time and you have no clue, then picking up a second-hand Quest 2 for $100 to at least get a feeling. You know, that's gonna be the cheapest way to feel if VR is something for you. And then I would go more like a premium. But it's also gonna heavily depend on your system. Yeah, or Quest 3, yeah, you know, it's like whatever you want. Okay, Cadillac time. Let's have a look. I always over the screen what they did. Like this is like a little bit. This one has Packers. Rear wing. Again on the halfway. So it's like half wing. Brakes. Migration. This one is 49%. Interesting. 80. Okay. Let's do
Locking
it.
enabled.
Cadillac, people. Again, we need to empty the battery. And we need to heat up the brakes. Never forget this, because we're like, especially with the battery and with the brakes not up temperature, the first corners can feel really off. I gotta give it, this is the best sounding car. Ooh. Hello. First impression, au rouge, skittish, dangerous. Okay, so this is the first time that we just crash and have damage, even though we're not even really pushing it.
Log building finished.
So
Locking
that is
enabled.
a little bit concerning. Great sound.
Locking enabled.
Horrible first impression. Also, this car has a force feedback issue. Okay, let's... I will do for this test, I will increase the brake bias so that we don't die every time. You know, you don't think I'm not really like I don't have experience with the XT or with the AMD graphics cards, but you need to think about equivalent to like oh, no damage. Jesus, come on, man. Huge flat spot, I think. Jesus. What a stupid car.
Log building finished.
Are we sure? We're not on the wet tires or anything? I'm just making some tweaks, guys, to not die, okay? Jesus, what a handful.
Locking enabled.
Let's try again. First impressions, it's like this is really painful for the rating of the Cadillac as first impressions. It becomes really hard to give this 3 stars at this stage. Let me be more mindful about driving it. Also, if you're just tuning in, I do lots of racing, I do lots of car setup building. I'm not an esporter, alien or whatever, but I do get on the pace and split 1 lobbies. But to me, to struggle this hard on this car, like the first moment, beginner friendly is absolutely a word that doesn't come to mind when jumping into this car. Well, let's be more mindful and more... What the fuck, man? What a shitty car for this track
Log
combo.
building finished.
Okay, so you see me clicking like a million things, but it's just to create like freaking understeer in the car.
Locking enabled.
Okay, Jardir said that, yeah. Well, I agree. But the video equivalent 40 is 4090, 10% less. Okay. That's pretty significant. Then you could do it. I think then you can definitely enjoy VR at a high resolution. Then I also have people. Well, like do one click at a time. Like that do one click at the time philosophy is great when you're searching for the last few tens. If you have a car that is constantly murdering you in El Rouge, under the braking, whatever, you can do lots of more changes because, like, for instance, if a car immediately kills you in El Rouge and on this first section, what was the name called again? Then doing one click lower into roll bar is not gonna make any significant changes. So the one click approach definitely doesn't work. Now I stiffened up the front suspension and it's really wobbly on the front, which is kind of obvious. And now we got lots of understeer, but at least we can drive it. Maybe we can drop the brake bias again because of it. You see it shaking? It's too understeery now. So we went all the way the other extreme. It's actually way too stiff now. Kind of funny. Look how bouncy it is. It's actually really fun. Less combos, yeah. Oh, it's too bouncy now. Too understeery. Okay, let's do... front at the roll bar. It's kind of fun of these cars. Maybe I should have done a few clicks only. Maybe I'm just doing the wrong thing. Also, the force feedback app could be a bit interfering here with the force feedback. Not good. We need to retest this because
Building finished.
let's do I was kind of hoping to do this quicker, but I don't. So let's just instead of doing all this suspension stuff, let's just add wing and reduce ride height and add packers. That would hopefully make it more safe, okay? And let's add something of this as well. This one a bit lower. Suspension. And just let's add a little bit of this dampening. Okay. Let's do it like this. I just want to get a lap in and not die. First impressions is a 1, guys. It's absolutely horrible. And now we're gonna do lap time, okay? And if I die in El Rouge again, I will just say unable to do a lap time. They all did the testing, right? On the tracks. Okay, now it's more calmer on the steering with the I don't understand. I really don't understand how this car get to some sort of a testing on the game, for instance. I'm not really confident we're gonna make El Rouge though. So I thought that BMW was bad, but this is also not great. Okay, let's do one lap and Okay, over here it's kind of okay, but I still worry about Eau Rouge. Yo, Medallion Racing, mate. Okay, thanks for the message, Mr. Lion. Really appreciate it, and I'm really happy that you enjoyed the setups, mate. Awesome. Makes it worthwhile. Okay, let's see if we can make Eau Rouge. Need to be super, super gentle with the steering input. How can we survive this? Well, that's the best I can do. And if this would be a race, I would be like, we're in trouble the next lap. Like, it's gonna be dangerous every time. Let's hit the brakes here. We want to get that lap in. Oh my god, what a handful. Only thing I can come up with to make Eau Rouge really safe is to add like a bunch of negative toe on the front tires. That's the only thing I actually would consider to make that more safer, because like I did understeering measures by changing the aerodynamics, and it's kind of understeering now in the faster corners, yet it's still super hard in Eau Rouge. So to make it like digestible in Eau Rouge, I need to make so much compromises that it's gonna ruin the rest of the lap, basically. That's the beauty of car setup building, and then easy cars will just don't have that problem, though. Maybe you just need to put the foot down in Eau Rouge, though. Also here it's like driving on ice, chicane. Even slower than the BMW. Let's do one more time. Eau Rouge, let's try it. Yeah. Well, I'm not that guy then.
Building finished.
Okay, so what a fucking shit car, man. I don't have anything positive to say about it, really. What a turd. Why did they publish this? Get rid of it, man. I don't like it. One bit. For Spa, that is. Maybe it's really good on other tracks. Try to keep it objective here. What was the lap time? 206, wasn't it? 206 point... Oh, wait. 6.3, was it? Let's have a look. 0.2. 0.2. Okay. Oh, we need to be like honest here, right? It was 0.2. Yeah, I don't have anything positive to say about it. Hey, Arnold, except for crashing, what are you up to? I'm doing these hypercar tests, mate. I'm testing every hypercar and make these lists. So for everyone who's just tuning in, the Alpine still wins. As for drivability, I want to change this now to 4 compared to, because it's gonna be a reference. Snappy, nice, good in slow corners. This was a lap time. Impressions on the Valkyrie, it's a bit more understeery and it can catch you out a little bit. BMW, like we're basically going down the drain. We're going down the drain with drivability. We're going down the drain with lap time. It's getting this stream is getting worse. Now I'm worried about the Ferrari. Not really. I know the Ferrari a little bit. So let's test the Ferrari. Mulder, yeah, but it's like I'm also gonna make a guide for these cars. Okay, so. Let's go back to the grid and let's test the Ferrari. Let's use the Ferrari. If you're liking the stream this far, guys, could you please hit the like button? That really helps me out. And let's move on with the Ferrari. Hope it's gonna not take so much time as the freaking Cadillac. And obviously, you need to understand the lap times are like 2 seconds off the pace, maybe 3 seconds, hell, maybe even more. But I'm testing the cars on the low grip and on the full fuel. Okay, so just be aware of that. Russell Holloway, Jerry said Ferrari was best. Okay, good. Let's make our own opinion. But I think. Wing setting pretty low. Oh no, this is my own setup. 7 out of 12. Okay, so it's a mid wing. There's always something. Oh, it's very low on the power cut. See that? Low brake bias compared to others. 90% of braking force, pedal force again. Very soft rear spring dampening. Alright, well, let's test it. Okay, we're also gonna test. The Valkyrie was a bit understeery.
Locking enabled.
Also, like, with cars, setups, opinions in general, it's just so important to form your own opinions, really, because you're gonna be the one that's holding that wheel all the time. Also, what I think of these impressions, you don't take it as a absolute truth. It's just my experience, and that is also limited and very subjective, obviously. Again, we need to empty that battery for 50%. It's gonna go a lot quicker with 3-4 times the kilowatts. Oh, this is definitely more snappy. Some Italian character, you can feel it. I don't know, should it be 80 or 60? I don't know. Let's heat up the brakes. Oh, this is really rotaty. And that's the power cut, guys. Why is it so low? I found that with hypers, you can definitely like the level of the difficulty of driving is just harder if you compare it to GT3s. Not necessarily to be quick, but like mistakes are being punished like 3 times harder. Trying to run low traction control settings, it's like super punishing, and it's kind of hard to extract more lap time out of low TC settings. That is. This one really wants to rotate. Now, what I really question here is is this car just set up so much better than all the other cars, or are the cars just better in general? Oh, it's really snappy. There's way more traction on the chicanes. Very good on the brakes. Okay, let's attack our Rouge. Yeah, Rouge feels good. I think Aston biased your feelings with the super understeer thing. Yeah. And I'm also kind of an Aston Martin lover, so... Oh, this is nice. That really felt really balanced. Over here as well. Oh, nice rotation. Yeah, this feels just like if I had to now like build a setup for this, it's gonna be tough to think about what we need to change because I get a good feeling from this. Like over here as well, it's like great rotation. I had to lift one time, but I get like a good driving experience from this. Rotation available. Not that snappy, stupid, oversteery stuff. Also here, like, not the weird snap. I do need to be careful though. Let's do one more lap after this one.
That time was a 2:05.39.
Yeah, let's test every car and then make an opinion or like a end verdict of this update. I'm just screwing up the Rouge a little bit here. I can do the rest of the lap a little bit better, I think. I have pretty high cuts. This could be a little bit damaging on the lap time, the power cut of the TC. Okay, so it can kill you, which is fine, which is okay. Too much braking under the steering. So. Okay, let's talk about a bit with chat. Maybe you already made a video about it, but I don't know for sure how the battery and SSD works. I know maxing it out is not good. Nice, it disturbs your braking, but doing yeah. Raptor also need to do real lots of races as well. Oh, Hash 3C, didn't see you there, mate. Welcome to the stream. But I don't know. Like, I cannot really make a video about it because I also need to. I'm really concerned with this brake migration and how it's gonna affect things. We did a 205.3. Let's talk about it, okay? Let's have a look. First impressions. I guys, it's a 4. 4 out of 5. Really good. Drivability, I'd say 4. I'd say 3.5. It really wants to rotate, and the lap time was a 2:05 point. What was it? 0.3 it was. Again, low grip, full fuel, not a lot of experience. The Alpine still thriving. If you put a gun to my face and you say, what do you what car would you do? Ferrari or Alpine? I would still say the Alpine. Hey, I made a mistake. I put here 2 times Cadillac. This is a Peugeot. Made a mistake. Good morning, Yaki. Good morning, good morning. Out of battery. Out of battery. I lowered the fuel map button to make sure I never get out of batteries. You know, you should, like, what I can say about the battery, you want it at 50%. Keep it at 50. Then you're good to go. Good night. Good sleep, TT Gamer. Okay. So, let's go for the Peugeot. Alright, guys? Let's go to the Peugeot. So it's a good stream, guys. Do you like the preparation I did and all that stuff? It's a kind of something else I'm doing right now. Okay, so we have we did the Alpine, a little bit of summarization, good car, good, best still far, I think. Then the Ferrari, then the BMW, or the Austin, maybe the Austin, then the BMW, then the Cadillac. Absolute last place at this point. Let's take the Peugeot. Now I have a really fundamental hate against the French cars. I own a company van, Peugeot, and it cost me like 1,500 euros a year to maintain it. And like stuff gets broken on it that I didn't even know like these parts were on cars. You know, that's what Peugeots learn you over time. So in the game, obviously, it's not gonna break down. Hopefully. But before we go into the Peugeot, though, I need to go to the toilet. So I'll be right back. Stay here, be right back. Boom shakalaka. Yeah, wait, sorry guys, sorry. Like, here we are. Frankfurt this year. Fuck yes, let's go, mate. I'm all there the whole weekend. Absolutely, let's do it. Frankfurt it is. Ah, we're also going to try the cars from other years, if we have time left. I have like 1 hour to go, so maybe. First, let's do these ones. I also hate French cars, never picked them. But tomorrow I'm going to the 4-hour race. Okay, Raptor mate. Okay, Peugeot. Wow, low on the wing. Interesting. Also different damper values. Very low on the front right height. So it's gonna be low wing, very stiff third spring. So it's set up completely different than the other car. Open brake blanking. Okay. Well, let's do it.
Locking enabled.
So yeah, we're testing at least the 2025 cars first. And I gotta have to say that this cockpit looks stunning. The Falk, for now I really like the Alpine Raptor NL. The Alpine I like a lot. Okay, we need to empty the battery here as well. Just a moment. Always heat up the brakes and empty the battery. Oh, this is okay. This feels really good. Let's heat up the brakes. Ooh, Joe Fink, that's a good question. Well, first we need to answer what kind of car you like, or which ones you're considering. Bahrain, Porsche is really quick. But you know, it's hard to tell because like what are you going for? Stability, lap time, you want to win these races, you want to survive them. I think the front engine cars are always a good bet. Damn, I'm really curious about the BOP for the Aston Martin, by the way. Because it used to be not so good over there. Okay, first impressions on the Peugeot. It's actually really good. I really like this. There's nothing to complain about, really. Like the complaints I have on the reliability of real Peugeot cars. Like the disgusted I'm with that, the optimistic about I am with driving this hypercar for that first impression. This, oh, okay. First impression is really good. Is it the setup? Is it the car itself? I don't know. Let's do a lap. Really predictable. Okay, now El Rouge. Very good, very good. I just completely... Like, this is important, guys. I just screwed up the complete entry of El Rouge and the car saved me. This is a good default setup. The car is, like, forgiving. And here I'm also abusing it. This is my fault. This is not the car's fault. Really, this is my fault. I did this. I was too late on the brakes, tried to overcompensate it. So let's try again. A little bit struggling to get the battery on the 50%. You can see that I'm constantly changing the motor map to get it up to 50. Let's do one more lap after this. Let's take it a little bit more easy. Also interesting that this car has the rear wing very low. We're just gonna see El Rouge and like do a better lap. This is also good. Now the real question is, do you sacrifice being cool over a good drivable car, because who wants to drive a Peugeot, really? Like, no one woke up this morning and said, I really want to drive a Peugeot. Okay, let's do a good lap. I'll take it a bit more easy, not push it so hard.
Lap 2:30.88.
A little bit locking. Okay, for as far as I know, this might be the best car until now, for me at least. Look, it's just on rails. It's like a little bit emotional. I could be worried about longer stints though on our Rouge, but let's keep going. Let's just do a good lap. Also, it's highest on top speed because of the rear wing. A little bit twitchy in that first corner there, but we're here. It also has great rotation over here. You can see where I'm lifting. That also makes the car rotate and like show you some fuel hell. Let's go. I really feel confident in this car. Ah, kom op, jongen. But then it also wants to bite you, doesn't it? Interesting.
Log building finished.
Very interesting. I want to do a run. We need to get a lap time. I'm sorry for my poor driving, but it's not like when it's on the limit, then it's all of a sudden let's go. Sorry guys, takes a bit longer than I anticipated. Stream question for you. Do you have audio notifications headset or feature? I only have the chat. I can see what you're saying. So for instance, Cam77, I can see here on the top what you're saying. Okay, let's do one more lap. Oh my god, I need to get, like, we're on a worn tires. Ah, it's okay. Yeah, get new tire. Yeah, we'll get new tires. Let's make this proper
Log
testing.
building finished.
Oh my god, my stream is completely down the drain with all this spinning all the time.
Logging enable.
But it also points out that, like, I will not say that I'm the best, but, like, it's very easy to spin these cars. And I can see that when you're new to sim racing and you like the hypercars, you know, how they look and stuff, you're into a very steep learning curve, because these cars are really unforgiving in a way. You're a Jedi. No man, I learned this as well. I'm also not really try to keep looking at the road ahead as I'm reading the chat. Yeah. Okay, let's empty the battery. Forgot to empty the battery. And I will increase a little bit of brake bias so to not spin. Somehow it's really low on the force feedback. Okay, so let's the first impressions, it was like a 5. Drivability, I will not say a 5 because it was spinning on me as I started to push. But I do think this is the best car this far. For me then, at least. Also braking performance, really good. As I was too late on the brakes and I still made it. It's tricky in Eau Rouge, it really is. We're still here, but As the more I drive it, the more I think it's not that great actually. It's kind of gets loose. I'm just driving a little bit below the limit. After this we have 2 more cars to go, right? The Porsche and the Toyota.
Lap 2:05.26.
205. All right.
Log building finished.
Ha! Okay, so let's go back to the screen. Here we are, Peugeot. First impressions, I was an absolute 5. Drivability 4, because we kind of like drivability 3.5. It's kind of like, I don't know. I was a little bit concerned with oversteer, and Eau Rouge was also getting tricky. It was declining the longer we drove it. Maybe that's my driving style. Maybe that's whatever. The lap time was at 2:05.2. Oh, that's not the one. 2:05.2. Same as the Ferrari, really. BMW was a bit slower. And imagine, I think that, man, it could be like a Valkyrie would be the best. Okay, let's go for the Porsche. Again, for everyone who's just tuning in, we're doing this on full fuel and a low grip. Okay, so that's the thing. Top, yeah, the French will never get higher in my opinion than this. The French. Oh my god. All right, let's go. It's time for the Porsche. The Porsche was really good. Really good on the previous update, wasn't it? Like the good safe car. Also, this power cut is a bit lower. On the wing, it's always also halfway, which is interesting. Brake bar is higher. 96% of braking force. Stiffest front third spring. Stiffest rear spring, okay. Soft third spring dampening. Lots of toe as well. Jonfik, no, I'm not gonna do that this weekend. I have other obligation. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. First impressions on the Porsche. After this, we still got the Toyota to do. We did test all the other 25 cars, the 2025 cars, that is. And this also has the 50 kilowatts battery. I do think that this car looks with like the front, like these two balloons here on the left and the right, they don't really look that amazing. So that what the Porsche is, the previous update was really good and safe. So let's have a look. That feels good. Bit understeer, slow corners. Ooh, over here it wants to rotate. I don't like, as for first impressions, I don't like, I think it's the same as a Peugeot and the Alpine. For drivability, first impressions. Oh, the battery is full, emptying too much. Or the battery is getting too full. Bit of understeer here, it's okay. Porsche good car, I think. Okay, let's do a lap, people. Let's build it up slowly again so we don't make any mistakes. Like I don't make any mistakes, okay? You hear that, right? Immediately locking up. A Rouge. Full throttle. Okay, together with the Alpine and together with this car, that is the best Eau Rouge, basically. Curious. So you can very much assume that the driving itself is like so easy in this car compared to the others.
Time 2,
This is
0,
by far the best
4.40.
car. Can I even push harder? Super OP, if you ask me then. I think I can go even faster. Full fuel, low grip. Don't forget, people. Full fuel and low grip. Oh, sorry. So I also don't have to lift over there, you see that? And you see how easy I can drive this car? The Porsche is absolutely the best at this stage. On its default setup, that is. Okay, so I mistake the brakes, recover over here. Okay, so that's a like it was a 2:04.3. Let's just stick to that lap time.
Log building finished.
I could have improved that. Like with I could like get into the 2:03s at this stage. You could see that, yeah, I made a mistake. But also it's important to understand that we made a mistake. We recovered from it quickly. So let's use that for our assessment as well. Did everybody leave? Is everybody gone quiet? Or is everybody... What's gonna happen? There's no one in chat. I don't hear anything. It's like I'm streaming for the first time with 300 subscribers. Everybody's gone. Or doing something more interesting, maybe. Maybe it's me. Okay. Okay, first impressions on the Porsche. A absolute 5 out of 5 stars. Age, drivability, absolute 5 out of 5 stars. And we are absolutely did a 204.3. This is the winner, thus now. Can the Toyota beat the Porsche? We'll find out right now. Also, the ease of driving, making mistakes, pushing the car, pushing the Porsche in a default setup of SPA is absolutely the easiest way. What I can take from this is that you take a Porsche if you doing this for the first time, then the Porsche will be the safest bet right out of the box. For SPA, that is, at least. I don't know about other tracks, but it seems to me that it's very forgiving. Okay. Let's go to the Toyota. Still here. Okay, Radet, I'm happy that you are still here then. Awesome. Okay, let's go the Toyota. If we have some time left, we can maybe pick a 2024 car. Then also chat, you need to say which one you would want to see. Medium tires. I'm thinking about copying the suspension settings from the Porsche and trying them on different cars. Oh, the Radiet brothers are still here. Good. That's good, man. You're the hardcore people here. Legends you are. Thank you. Okay. Also, this car is in the half wing, I see. I don't know what the best car was, Jordan Fink. I was like, because I thought the force feedback was so empty on the hypercars and the slip angle weirdness was so extreme that I didn't really get into hypers beforehand. So now I'm into hypers, and yeah. Waiting for the 2023 session? Oh, so you want to do every year as a live stream like this? Well, that could be an idea. Okay, so this car, the Toyota, I'm actually kind of a Toyota fanboy. I own 2 Toyotas. I got a very old station wagon, a Toyota Fences. It never breaks down on me. And I have a Toyota Celica from 95, a GT version, 2-liter 16 valve. It's one with the valve tech, you know? It's like... You know, the valves open up more. It's kind of a cool car. I kept it when I was young. I just kept it. So.
Logging enabled.
Also, that's the thing with Toyotas, right? It's per definition, like, I really like the idea of hypercars of Toyota. It's such on brand, you know. It's boring, it doesn't look fantastic, or it looks even weird, but the reliability. Now let's see if that reliability translates in how this car drives on track. And let's understand also why Dan Lama wants to keep driving this car. This feels okay. First impressions. Very snappy, very direct. Yeah, VVT, yes. Okay, so first impressions from this corner, it feels okay. It's really heavy on the center of steering. So it's like really heavy in the middle and very direct. It really like feels like my wheel is... There's no delay on the steering. I can imagine that some people might really enjoy that. Okay, this is also feels really well. This is good. Really good on the brakes though. This is also comes close to the Porsche. Let's look at the lap time. Again, I want to point out low grip, high fuel, so it's gonna be a bit off the pace. You see me change the motor map, yeah? I want to get that energy regen level on or the energy level on. Oh, this is good. I like this. This is good. But also kind of boring sound, right? Really predictable through here. think it's in the same ballpark as the Porsche. We saved the best for last. It's really predictable. Small lift, but the Porsche didn't have to do that. But is there one car that is we still need to review that is not on this list? Please tell me. We can add like one more car after this. Oh, bit oversteer there.
Time 2:04.52.
Ah, look at this. Ah, there's the traction control setting. Okay. Isata. 25 by 20 likes. Come on, people. 25 watching. Only 25. Maybe later when people go back. Or like the Americans are still sleeping. That's the biggest problem. 60% of the audience is from America. Like the United States. Which is kind of insane. Coming from Holland and all. Okay. Isata. First, let's talk about this car. 204.5, which is also good. And wasn't really pushing, so there's more in it. Let's go to that screen. Here we are. First impressions, I'd say 5. Really good. Like, nothing wrong with this. Like how you drive a normal Toyota, you know, it's like kind of boring. We're not making points for being badass or whatever, but yeah, the first impressions is a 5. Drivability, I'm not gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it 4.5, but it was only because I spun it in the first corner. But with some traction control settings, I'm very confident we can fix that. And the lap time was a 2:04.5. This slide in general is just great. So I'm really like, if you want to start the hypercars, Alpine, Porsche, Toyota, and then Ferrari, you know, most people in Europe are work now, only watch that are unemployed. So we should call it the unemployment club then. And the Aussies, the Australians, and people from east of the Asia. Okay. So the Isata, is that 2024? We're working from home, or work. Oh, sorry, this is not a good one. That slide. Wait. Is this Isata from 24? Fuck. I want the wrong one. Aussie here, 2100. Yeah. This one. Okay, let's add this one to it. Just give me a second. Oh yeah, now you're gonna... Let's add it, okay? Just a moment, okay, guys? Give me a momento. Okay. This car. 2024. Let's do it. Crazy turning potential. Let's have a look at the setup. Oh, it's really high wing compared to the other cars. And stiff front suspension, soft rear. Ooh, this. I'm already worried. But based on the settings I see. Okay.
Locking enabled.
Looks like an LMP. Is there a battery here? Yeah, okay. Feels light. Yeah, great sound. Understeer, but also snappy. Ooh. Oh. A little bit more traction control. Let's add some brake bias to make it safer. So nobody's driving this car? The force feedback a little bit odd. Ooh. You know, even though it's very aggressive, it's like... Okay, this is gonna be my analogy, alright? Even though it's very aggressive and snappy, it warns me in before it, so I can anticipate it. So for instance, this is like a pit bull, as I look at it, and it warns me before it's gonna bite me. For instance, the Cadillac is more like a poodle. Looks very sweet and harmless, but it will immediately kill you without warning. So that's a little bit of the difference. But as I'm saying it now, it doesn't really is a good comparison. So I might need to work on that though. Very easy to lock up. We can maybe change that with brake pedal force. Only me at races, okay. For good reason. Oh, you know, Rouge is challenging, but doable. Yeah, a bit. Let's try to stay alive. I can see why you picked this car though. I understand it. Based on your preferences, I kind of know who you are as a person, or not. You just need to be gentle with the steering input so we don't overdo it. It's not really good on curbs, is it? It's alive. It's, you know what? It feels like like if you have a new car, you know, it feels all so cosmetic and smoothened out. And with old cars, it's more like raw, you know, like raw mechanical stuff, like heavier steering, more road connectivity, more contact with the car. You know what I mean? That's what the vibe I'm getting from this car.
Lap 2:05.87.
And a bit disappointing on the lap time. I wasn't really pushing, but that's actually not that fast, is it? So, and that's the biggest factor for why people not driving it. Let's add it to the list. Is there one more? We have time for one more car, guys. One more car, and then we're gonna end the stream. So we can do one more car. So if we go to this list again. Oh. Huh? Hey. Something changed. Yeah, here we go. First impressions. A 4. Because it's not like it's predictable. Drivability, I'd say from a normal perspective, I would say 2.5 because it is dangerous. But the lap time was a 2:05.8. And that's a bit, yeah. Drivability is super subjective, by the way. Let's do it. Let's do 3, okay? Okay, nice. Like old stuff. All right. And that's the 2020 Glickenhaus. Okay, also the Glickenhaus, and then we're gonna call it a day. Is it on the 23, the Glickenhaus? Is it this one? This one. Okay, mate. Let's do it. Rimfi Benzinas, yo. Yeah, the Porsche and the Toyota is also really good. This one, wow, this one is halfway wing. Different sliders here. Wheels, brakes. Suspension. Okay. Very low cut here as well. Enjoy. Let's have a look. Oh, shit, I forgot to put... this is the wrong screen. Sorry. Yeah, here we go. All right.
Locking enabled.
First impressions. So, it's like okay, this is really like an old car from the inside. It's kind of interesting. This is, by the way, you don't get this on a screen, this experience. Like, it's like old car. Oh, nice. We don't have this stupid electrical stuff. It feels to me that this tire model is not really implemented on these cars that properly. Maybe I'm mistaken. Let's just keep forgetting that. First impressions. It's very low on the force feedback somehow. Understeer. it somehow, force feedback feels a bit off. And it has this special ability to stay out of the wall. You saw that? How's that possible? Let's just add a bunch of brake bias to not die under braking. But right yet, is it like you can pick these cars when you are doing online lobbies? You can just pick these cars if you wanted to? It's a bit on the brakes, then it spins on me again. Okay, let's do early braking and under the limit. Bit of the tires, rear tires a bit worn maybe. It's really poor on the brakes. Still better than the Cadillac. Right? And what about Spa then? Can you do it on the Spa WEC experience as well? Oh, it's too tough. It does remind me a bit on the BMW somehow. The way it drives. Yeah, we screwed up the corners after Camel Straight, so we're not getting a good lap time. You see the brake bias, how it helps, how we stay alive? You see that? That's how important brake bias actually is. Also, this car feels more like mechanical, which I can again understand that people prefer this, how the feeling you get. Let's do one more lap after this. On the fast corners, it's really good actually. Witchy. Yeah, that's awesome, mate.
That
The
time was a 2:05.89.
it's actually pretty good here. Screwing up the hairpin here a little bit. The brake bias change actually made it like super fun. Not that quick, but super fun, the least. Good in the fast corners. Yeah, great experiment. Happy that we tested these ones as well. We'll add them to the list in the video next week. Look at this.
Lap
2:05.
5.01.
Awesome. A little bit slower. Now you understand it. I also understand it. Okay, let's keep this lap time. Let's go to the list. Let's add it to the list, and then we need to first impressions for drivability 3.5, lap time 2:05.0, and then we're gonna go. Blah, 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 blah. Need to go back here. I need to take a screenshot from the car. It's a blast. Yeah, it's a blast. I agree. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Let's let's get that car into a screenshot here. And let's add it here. So here we go. There we are. What were the names again? Glickenhaus. So is that spelled correctly? And this was the Isota, whatever was it? No, really, it is just me. No, it's sorry, stupid joke, but no, yeah, really, it's just me. It's more, it's I released the throttle, and I immediately hit the brakes. But I'm very well aware of the fact that the time between it could be a bit more increased. It's not necessarily not necessarily good or bad or whatever. It's just the way I drive. But I might. I already got some feedback from super fast people that I might be holding on the throttle too long in the braking zone. So again, I'm like not really the absolute fastest, but yeah. Okay, the Isota it is, yeah. Let's review, okay? So let's get I'm a little bit lost here in my stuff. Yeah, okay. Let's take this one. All right, here we go. Let's make a verdict, okay? We'll take off the headset. Oh. Don't forget the C. Thank you, Mulder. Thank you. Thank you for because I have this dyslexia, you know, I cannot like read properly. Okay. So the Alpine, if you are wanting to get into hypercars, the Alpine is a great choice. A little bit. Let's do it differently. Let's do it differently. Let's start off with the worst car, and this for everyone who's watching the stream later: the Cadillac. Absolute deadly. Doesn't wanna do what you want it to do. It wants to spin. It wants to kill. I did setup changes even. I wanted to use default setups, but I could not get it around track. 206, absolutely broken. I don't understand why the developers didn't review this, because even though if you would be really skilled, then you have just a lack of knowledge on your audience how it's gonna drive these cars on track. So an absolute disaster. I would not drive the Caddy one bit. Then the next car in this list, as up for difficulty, I'd say the BMW, and yeah, the BMW. It's harder. It's also slower. Again, I want to point out, I did these tests on low grip and high fuel. The first impressions is this car is twitchy. It doesn't really want to brake. It kind of wants to understeer. It has like bad features, though it's 10 times better than the Cadillac. Then I want to go, I'm not making sure. Then I want to go talk about the Peugeot. Peugeot, it's like a real Peugeot, you know? Like if you would own a Peugeot for 10 years, the first year you would be really happy with it and then the maintenance comes. Well, with this Peugeot on the Hypercar, the first couple of laps or the first couple of corners, it feels kind of okay. But if you then start pushing it, it starts to let go everywhere, which makes the drivability like this. Once you get a more grip, maybe you need to tweak the setup. I'm pretty confident you can get a great setup of this, by the way. But yeah. Overall, then I would pick the Peugeot. So from the bottoms up, it's like Cadillac, BMW, Peugeot. And then we get into the Ferrari and the Alpine and the Aston Martin, which I think are kind of the same. The Valkyrie, the Alpine, the Alpine is going to be more rotatey. The Valkyrie is going to be more understeery, but it's kind of oversteery on the curbs. And the Ferrari can absolutely rotate very well. If you really want oversteery cars, then, or like the rotation on the mid and high speed, I think the Ferrari is really good. Like if I keep driving this, then I would be really good in the Ferrari, but also in the Alpine. And also for the style points, obviously no one can beat the Aston Martin. Then, now we get into the super easy beginner cars that are also mega quick, and these are the Porsche and the Toyota. Also, I'd say that the Porsche and the Toyota, also the Alpine is somewhere on the third place, all right? So the Porsche and the Toyota, absolutely great experience, good lap times. Now there is one thing I need to mention, as I'm not did a lot of hypercar driving, that this just suits my driving style a lot. Then later on, we take these two cars. These were, especially the Glickenhaus, is kind of on the pace, but you really need to think about it. Increase the braking performance, or increase the brake bias a little bit. And also the Isata is like a aggressive car, not giving you really the lap time. Again, default setups, really random thoughts about these ones. So yeah, here we are. Yo, Mulder, see you later, mate. So that's a little bit of the review I have to give on these cars. And later on I will make a video and compress this into 10 minutes so everybody can have like a decent understanding on how these cars are and how they work. I want to thank everyone for being in this live stream. Also let me know if you're liking these kinds of live streams. We can do them more often. I can make a little bit of a structure. What are we doing? Which cars we're taking? So yeah. Again, if you're a beginner, Porsche, Toyota, or Alpine. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.